Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. So, guys, we see here, there's nothing else to see anymore. It's all figured out. It's a done deal, so they say.
Yep, just move along. Nothing to see.
Yeah. Anthony Quinn Warner, self-employed computer guru, ID'd as the man who set the blast, so to speak. And they say he was also killed in the blast, as they had found some evidence of human remains, and according to the DNA, it is him.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I hate to see anybody hurt like this, especially the families. I always worry about the family.
So he was a 63-year-old man from Antioch, and they're saying he was the lone individual responsible for this. The motivation was unknown, although some sources were saying that he didn't like FIVEG. And so, that always perks my ears up. Not because of this, the computer's been acting really weird lately. Too many entities around here. Not because of perhaps that was his motivation, but more about, again, stifling speech, and making people afraid to say anything.
Yeah, well, they've been doing what they do and, kind of piecemealing together this story here.
So they said, don't worry, Nashville is considered safe now. Certainly this is a real strange occurrence, that we had go on. So, you had that digitized female voice giving warnings to evacuate the area after supposedly there was a series of gunshots. And they had the song Downtown, that wistful 1964 song by Petulia Clark, echoing. And that is, I'm sorry, it's kind of creepy to me, that song. Yeah, I guess it just goes back to childhood and all. But, there are those that still have questions. And there's people doing a lot of deductive reasoning here, and this is exposing chaos. It's a small channel, but others have been putting this video up as well, and just showing that where the RV was located and where it seems like the blast occurs, it's not the same spot.
Well, I think there's some pretty fair questions going on.
And of course, we could have people CGI-ing things, changing things. This is the world we live in. Got to question everything, but especially, when things just feel like there's something off here, something's missing.
Right, and this is one of those times where something, if it doesn't make any sense, it's probably not true type of thing.
Yeah, and, there are those that think that there are perhaps some machines missing. Machines that do some adding, tabulation, so to speak, if you guys know what I mean. Millions of stories out there, millions of rumors out there. This is another angle, too, and this is Austin Kellerman, who works for a local news channel, and this video was submitted by Sean Vivia from a different angle. And what's curious is you could see before it happens, there's something that seems to come in horizontally, and then it goes, and it's so quick, but you have to catch it. It's in between seconds 4 and 5 pretty much that there's a motion, and I didn't get the approval to play this, so we don't want to get a copyright strike or anything. You never know when these things happen, especially when it's events like this. So you can see here where the light is, and there's this explosion emanating. But right before it, you'll see it's like there's something that moves, and it's kind of a whitish light, and it kind of moves this way. And there were people that were talking about, and I don't know how serious they were, RPGs. And then, of course, we had things from the sky as well, apparently. So I'll give you guys the link to this. It is interesting. It looks more horizontal, but definitely coming from the right, going to the left, and then you have that happens. People have noticed a lot of different things. Like when you look at this, okay, we're looking at the driver's side. This is the driver's side. And you see a small stripe, and you see another stripe, and then you see another stripe. Okay, so there's one missing over here. Now, people have also gotten... Where'd it go? People have... Let's see if we just reload it. Maybe that'll work. Yeah. The other side apparently only has one. Or is it a trick of light? I'll let you guys make that decision.
It's a little bit like playing that game, Where's Waldo?
It is. It is. Is it a trick of light? Or is there something else going on here? Is it all just too neat and tidy? Well, the damage ain't. That's for sure. As you see these photos, just tremendous damage that was done. And again, thankfully, there it wasn't at a time where there was a lot of people around, and thankfully some people did perhaps leave the area and heeded the warning. Got to wonder about the power of this blast, because this looks pretty powerful.
It does. It looks very powerful and very disturbing.
It sure does. And then, of course, we had seen this too, where we see this light here, and then later on the explosion happens off to the side. And as I was saying, when you look at that other angle, you'll see that there's a light, and then it happens over here. It's interesting, what actually happened? I don't know. Hopefully, I wonder if we'll ever know exactly.
It's going to be one of those things where we're probably always going to have to guess and piecemeal it together ourselves.
Now, one of the things, like in the first video today, we were talking about the black goo. And, that's part of the thing that's going to trigger a lot of people consciously.
It will, and it's concerning too.
So you might have a lot of crazy, random, chaotic things happening. People like losing it, basically. We've seen all sorts of stuff. I mean, we've watched a lot of videos that we can't talk about, obviously. We've seen, we all know about, that, I don't even want to say her name, DOVER, and that's a person that was publicly, taken in the goo, so to speak. And, there seems to be some solid evidence that might not be with us anymore. And I know a lot of you guys will know exactly what we're talking about, and, share that in the comments, I'm sure. But yeah, more random acts of people kind of losing it. And it is tied into everything that's going on.
Well, it is. And there's been evidence too, like if people take the treatment of like Bell's palsy.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things going on, neurological. And of course, neurological issues can make people appear to be insane and do things that are not things that they would typically do. So, that is all reason for concern. And so we just wanted to share that with you guys again, because this is part of what the Galactics are really, really concerned with right now. And by the way, there was a gentleman that was apprehended by authorities. This was also in Tennessee today. And for a long time, they had the BOMB squad out with a robot, trying to smash a window in. And on like a box van, because they were worried of a BOMB. So there's going to be a lot of these type of events happening, as well as more major ones as well.
There will be, and we just gotta kind of hold our ground and stay positive and stay centered and just be safe.
Yeah. So please do subscribe if you're not subscribed to both channels. And as always, thank you for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. If you need to set up a time for an appointment, just reach out to us at EEARTS@protonmail.com or evolutionaryenergyarts@gmail.com. Stay prepared, guys. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.